All right, fellas, this will be the Week 7 recap video. So getting into the GOAT and the WOT here. This week, the GOAT was Grayson's team, putting up 171 points, a really solid week out of his team. Jahmyr Gibbs had 39. He had over 200 yards from scrimmage, and he honestly probably could have had a 50-point fantasy game if that matchup between the Lions and Bucks was closer at all. And being the highest scorer and having your quarterback have an off game is pretty difficult to do. So just an overall great performance from Grayson's team. Then the WOT for back-to-back weeks here is Tim's team. 7 points out of the running backs is just not going to cut it. And then also Tim made the move to Jared Goff this week. And unfortunately, Bo Nix had 43 points on Tim's bench. So tough break there for Tim. Looking into the matchup results here, Cal beats out my team on Monday night. He had JSN and Dalton Schultz and the Seahawks defense on Monday Night Football combined to just beat me out there in the fourth quarter. So really, really fun matchup between my team and his team. Just pretty solid performances out of both teams. Looking into my team specifically, two notes there are George Kittle put up 0 in his first game back, which is unfortunate, but Travis Hunter had his NFL breakout game and he put up 25 fantasy points. So that is a good sign moving forward. And looking into that next matchup, Grayson took down Kluss. Kluss had a great start with Matthew Stafford I think it was in London, that morning game, putting up 37 points. He had, I believe, 5 touchdown passes, so just a crazy game and great start for Kluss, but didn't end up resulting in a win. Looking at that third matchup there between Colt 45s and Tim, Christian McCaffrey had a legacy clutch, putting up 39 points as well. Looks like Tim was going to have that one easy Monday night, but Jared Goff just had a rough game. So Colt 45s hangs on and puts another win in the win column. Already kind of touched on Tim's team a little bit. Looking at that fourth matchup between Kerr and Joe. Kerr's team, I had it written down. Yeah, Dak, CeeDee Lamb, and Keenan Allen combined for 82 points. And then the other 6 guys in Kerr's lineup averaged 7 points. So that's just a recipe for disaster there. And for Joe's team, really good signs. Like 150 points with all the injuries he has is just amazing. Jamar Chase, is he all the way back with Joe Flacco maybe? And then Justin Herbert just keeps slinging it this year. So really, really big win there for Joe, especially with what he's dealing with right now. And then that last matchup was between Alex and Sam. For Alex, Rashee Rice looked really good. All the starters in the Chiefs game got benched after the third quarter, actually in the end of the third quarter even. So that's really not even Rashee Rice's full ceiling. And then Jonathan Taylor, maybe going to be the offensive player of the year this year. So he's looked great as well. And then for Sam, just another case of just not being able to get a win, even though he had a solid performance. He would have beaten 5 other teams this week. And I believe Devontae Smith was on his bench for this matchup, but Devontae Smith had, I believe, the greatest game of his career, which would have been nice for Sam's team here. But like I've been saying it, Sam's team is not a last place team, but he just can't get wins on the board. So looking into the standings overview here, with Cal beating my team, he now has a full game lead on the whole league, and then Sam is in sole possession of last place right now at 1-6. The last playoff spot, as you can see, is Colt 45s. He has a losing record, so I really do think Sam is still in it, but Sam can really only lose one more game and probably still get in. The magic number is probably 8 for both wins or losses. If you have 8 wins, you're probably in the playoffs, and if you have 8 losses, you're out. So looking at the waiver results, a notable drop that I saw was Ricky Pearsall. If I didn't have George Kittle, I would be putting a claim in for Ricky Pearsall. I think he's a really good player. And then Kerr got Aronde Gadsden. So nice pickup there for Kerr. And then looking at the upcoming matchups, we're kind of getting into the grimy part of the season here. These weeks 7, 8, and 9 could be a lot of beating up on similar records here. But that first matchup between myself and Sam, like I said, for Sam, he can probably only lose one more game. So basically, every game is a must-win for Sam at this point. And then that matchup down there at the bottom, two of the teams with winning records, Cal and Joe. And if Cal can win, he'll still have that one-game lead on the entire league at least. So that's all I really have for this recap video, and thank you guys.